While it is good to see so many opposition figures in Nigeria talking about a coalition, at least to challenge the ruling APC, I think the most important conversation is being ignored. And what is this most important conversation? I think the most important conversation at this time is supposed to be electoral reforms. In fact, it is even sad to see or hear of the ruling party now talking about or campaigning for 27. In fact, the ruling party ought to be governing at this time than campaigning. This is 2 years into the administration, not even up to 3 years. So it is whatever that they are doing now should even speak for them. In fact, campaigning for them should be governance. Campaigning for them should be delivering their mandate. Campaigning for them should be keeping the promises that they made, but not to go about talking about who should do this, who should not do that in 27 and all that. Now, back to the purpose of this video. Now, while these political gladiators, people like Atiku, Abubakar, Peter Obi, Rotimi Amaechi, El-Rufai, and all that, they are coming together to try to form a formidable force that will be able to at least challenge the APC in 27. It is important that they look into this aspect of electoral reforms. Because if this thing is not looked into critically and something done about it, you would see that this whole groaning complaints and all that is going on in society will continue beyond 2027 because it is still the same process and you cannot do the same thing over and over again and expect different results. No, it's not possible. So it is very possible for us to have electronic transmission of results from polling units to the servers or to the National Collation Center, not transferring results from polling units to wards, to local government, to state, sometimes in electoral district, even before to the national level. It is at these various points that the whole changing of results and whole malpractices takes place. So it is very important that electronic transmission of results is looked into. The whole conversation about people voting even without PVC and all that does not make any sense. In fact, that should also be made compulsory. We can also look at diaspora voting and all that. Now, when these whole electoral reforms are put in place, everybody now will understand. In fact, you will not even try to force people. Recently, we heard about the bill to try to make voting compulsory and all that. You will not need to force people because people would understand that their vote will count. Now, there is a lot of belief in the Nigerian space that your votes will not count because so there are so many complaints or so many reports about results being changed. After people will go maybe stay under the rain, under the sun, and all that, cast their votes. Then at the end of the day, those numbers don't count. Nobody will be encouraged to come out. So at the end of the day, you want to force people to come out and vote. So while these people are trying to form this coalition to challenge the APC, it is important that not just even the opposition, but all Nigerians should be talking about this whole electoral reforms because this is the most important thing. If whoever is your president, your senator, your governor, your whatever understands that you have the power to take what you have given to them from them, they will act right. They will do the things, they will keep the promises that they've made. But if they understand that there's a way they can maneuver, there's a way they can get their way into that system again and again, they will not even bother about what you say. If you like rant for 1 year, if you like rant for 30 days, that will not even matter. In fact, even the opposition figures that are in the National Assembly and all that, they will not even be comfortable acting because they know that those persons that are the helm of affairs, especially the ruling party, they have the power to influence whatever will be the outcome of the 2027 election. So you see, that's why you see even so many defections and all that into the ruling party. You understand? So it is important that this aspect of electoral reforms is considered because this is the heart of this whole thing. This is what will repair the society. This is what will give the voters that confidence to come out and vote. Without this, you even see so many persons even caring less. But at the end of the day, they will still come back to complain because whatever decisions the government takes affects everybody. So you see everybody still coming out to say, this government is doing that, this government is not doing. In fact, it is a fact that only Peter Obi will be able to challenge the current president. Only Atiku Abubakar will give a very good fight to the current president. Are you talking about Amaechi, Nasir El-Rufai? So it is beyond them just coming together to form a coalition. The system has to be right for everything to be right. Now, if the system is not corrected, these people can, at the end of the day, agree on terms and all that to try and form something and come to challenge the ruling party. At the end of the day, it is whatever the electoral umpire would say that will stand. Moreover, the whole tribunal and all that, in some cases, it's more like something more of like an academic exercise where things cannot change, whatever that has been pronounced by INEC. Because if INEC has to pronounce a winner, and they are the ones that will conduct the election, whatever evidence that they are coming to tender in court will always be in favor of whoever they have pronounced. So it will take a very serious effort for you to change what they've already announced. In fact, they will not even give you documents that will indict them. Nobody will do that. So it is important that this whole system is made correct from the beginning, before the elections, before the whole campaign season even starts. It is important that now the National Assembly or whichever body that is responsible for all these things put these things in place. If these things are not in place, whatever coalition, even if the coalition ends up gaining power or getting power, grabbing power from the APC, from the ruling APC, it will still be the same thing. Because at the end of the day, they will still want to play God. They will still want to hold on to power. They will still want to do everything. You don't even know how they will act because the desperation is high. You don't even know if the next coalition will be worse than this one because APC came through a coalition from AMPP, ACN, and all that, and NPDP. So if there is another coalition that is coming and the system is not corrected, for me as an individual, I don't even care who is there. As far as the system is correct, the citizens will now have the power to change that person if the person refuses to act right. If today we choose that, okay, Tinubu should continue in 27, we know that we are giving this man the responsibility. If he fails, if he brings somebody, we can decide not to support that person. But if we have that power, in fact, now, I don't think APC will even be talking about politics. APC would be concentrating on delivering their mandate, delivering their promises, because that would be the basis for their campaign. But if they know that there's a way to manipulate, there's a way to arrange and get back into power, then they will just act the way they want. They wouldn't even care about the rule of law and all that. So this is me calling on all those that are clamoring for a coalition, all those that are in the opposition forces, all those that every well-meaning Nigerian to come out and demand for electoral reforms. These reforms ranging from electronic transmission of votes and compulsory use of PVC, diaspora voting and all that. All these things are the things that will make society right. This is me calling for both the people in APC, PDP, and all the political parties, Labour Party, to come together and call for this because this is what will make society right. If the society is right, it's right for everybody. If the society is bad, one way it affects everybody. So don't think maybe you are in the ruling party today. Some of the people that are in the ruling party today were in opposition yesterday. And if you are in opposition today, you may be in the ruling party tomorrow. So don't think that if these things are corrected because you are in the ruling party, it will be against you. No. If the things are right, it will affect everybody. If these things are wrong, it will also affect everybody. So it is important that all hands must come together. All hands must be on deck. Everybody must join hands together to make sure that the electoral system is right. If the electoral system is right, governance will be right. If the electoral system is right, there will be less complaints by citizens. All the whole fight against social media will reduce because all the whole rant challenge and other people would be more productive. People will not concern themselves blaming government, everything, every of their failures, they will blame it on the government. No, because they know they have the power to change that government. They will concentrate to being productive in their daily activities rather than complaining. But if these things are not correct, everybody, when they make a little mistake, they remember that INEC didn't do their work rightly. They will remember that the president is not working. They will remember that this is not working, the governor, and all that. But if these things are correct, the whole negativity, even people trying to downplay the successes of administrations or trying to give a negative image of the country, it will reduce. So it is something that everybody should join hands to achieve. God bless you. See you in the next video.